Thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin at the end of the triangle. Sunday night, Monday morning, as a given, expect some volatility out of Bitcoin going forward. We've been in this pattern for an extended period of time, right? Everybody's ready for a breakout and a move, and I mean, it's right at the trend line. And so we've recently seen a couple $100 move in Bitcoin, but will we get some type of fake out? We need breakout confirmation. You got declining volume at the end of a triangle. This is just an idea that a move is coming. And so if you look at the 2-hour chart, got a breakout kind of on the 2-hour chart. When I say kind of, I mean, yeah, it broke out. Where's the volume though? The volume is super low. Like you want to see volume, like on this breakdown, which turned out to be a bear trap, you had a ton of volume, right? You want volume to be your guide. Volume is going to give you confirmation of these moves. But the most important thing that you want to see on a breakout is a bullish or bearish retest. That gives your success rate in a trade, a lot higher win rate. So if Bitcoin were to come back down here and bounce off of this level and then break this resistance level, again, this would be an entry idea on a bull. The bulls are programmed. They're waiting to buy right here. But remember this resistance. Remember previous support, support resistance, same difference depending on where the price action's at, right? So previous support becomes future resistance. So now all the sellers are going to sell at 19,665. So there's going to be a bunch of sell orders stacked right here. So once that level's broken, again, that gives ideas for moves higher. You get a good confirmed breakout here. I mean, you could see $24,000 Bitcoin. There was one idea that the Fed talked about where essentially they'd reconsider how much that they're going to raise or hike the rates. Obviously, the November 2nd FOMC meeting, they're talking, obviously they have to raise rates, probably 75 basis points again. But the next one, they may reconsider it. Might be into next year before they do, but just that hopium, we saw a rally out of the stock market on Friday. So will that be enough to help Bitcoin break out of this pattern? This is the Bitcoin 1-hour chart. I want to show you this, and I use these all the time. I just don't show them on my charts because it's kind of busy for you guys. But this white line right here on top, this is a Bollinger Band. On the bottom, this is a Bollinger Band. So what happens is when these bands squeeze together, see the squeeze? You're looking for a move afterwards. Here, it's squeezed, a little bit of a move, right? This doesn't work all the time. Basically, you want to take 3 different ideas, trading ideas, and put them together. And then when they overlap, you've got a lot higher success rate. Here, you get a squeeze, and then a move to the downside. Here, you got a squeeze, and then a move to the downside. Here you got to squeeze and move into the upside. Does this give you an idea on direction? No, not really. But you get a squeeze, helps you time the moves, right? So we got Bitcoin. I posted in group, I said, hey, Bollinger Bands are squeezing. They're very close together. Like we haven't seen them this close together in a long time. Looking for a move, expect them to move soon. So at least everybody knows, hey, they get an alert from the group and they say, hey, we're watching for a Bitcoin move. And sure enough, Bitcoin did put in a move, a couple $100, nothing major. But we're at a point where Bitcoin moves. I mean, it's coming down to a point where at the end of a triangle with, open interest is huge. But remember, we're at a point and as far as Bitcoin goes, where it's running out of room at the end of this triangle, So any type of bounce ideas would come from a breakout to the upside, but the idea where the Fed said, hey, we can potentially reevaluate the rate hikes might be enough for stocks to continue a bear market rally, right? So could that happen? And again, you're not trying to predict this. You're going to wait for the signal, breakout, retest, move higher. And then it's easy. You start trading longs. It's real easy. I'll buy altcoins. This thing breaks to the downside. 64% chance says it breaks lower. But until I get the confirmed breakout, I'm not opening shorts, right? I've got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading group. This person He's in the group, and he told his brother to join the group. He's up 1,000%, 10x in a short time he's been in the group. This person hit the 7-figure club, up $1 million. Now, he's been in the group for an extended period of time. He put the work in, but he's a millionaire. Okay. This person, he said, you're worth more than you'll ever know. First month in the group, turned $1,500 into $6,500 in a month. The group pays for itself. I had so many people rejoining the group, coming back to where the money is made. We're going to continue the discount. So right now it's 60% off if you pay in crypto, and an additional $100 off. I'm going to make sure you're in the best setups, period. Go over to my website, cryptorev.net. Join. If you have any questions about joining, send me an email, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. You've got to be in the right coins. That's all there is to it. You're in a situation where you better prepare for the next bull market. If you don't know what you're doing and you held all your altcoins and you're looking crazy right now, you better learn how to take profits, and I can help you. Again, every day, posting bangers. This is Bitcoin CME futures. This is a falling wedge, 68% chance it breaks to the upside. Now, this is not open right now, but it opens in a couple hours. And so is the move that we saw out of Bitcoin just the breakout of this being front run? Main thing I want to talk to you about here is my strategy continues to change and evolve over time. Okay, I'm real big into bull traps and bear traps, which I've talked to you guys about, right? Huge success rate on fake outs. It's also important to understand that these futures, like I'm sitting here watching the stock market rally right here, and I'm wondering if Bitcoin is going to follow. And this, again, previous price action, this is closed right now, but strategy is strongly supported by ideas from the stock market, futures markets, which are closed right now. So I'll have a lot more information and data for myself in a couple hours. The most important thing you can possibly watch right now would be if the dollar were to break to the downside, because you would see a stock market and crypto rally, right? Might be, you could call it a dead cat bounce, fool's rally. I mean, not necessarily major reversal, but because this is a lower high, people were willing to sell and take profits here instead of waiting till here, right? So this shows a slightly bearish sentiment that this high is lower than this high. Does that make sense? And that's why this is a great sell signal for altcoins, especially on a 12-hour chart. Like, this changed the game for me when you're taking profits on these altcoins. If you sell lower highs, you'll do well. So anyways, if this breaks to the downside, you get a little mini rally out of Bitcoin and the altcoins. Total 2 is open right now. This is the altcoin market cap. And had amazing volume. Volume's falling off. It's the weekend. I mean, it seems to have broken out. Really don't have volume to identify and justify this idea, but I mean, definitely the price of altcoins is working higher right now based on the Bitcoin move higher. One thing I want to make sure and talk to you about right here is when most people learn breakout trading first, right? I have a huge group of videos that teaches how to trade breakouts. You have to learn how to breakout trade. That's how most people trade. And then you have to learn how to take their money. And so just understand that all breakouts are fake outs, rejection here. This is a breakout. You had 1, 2, 3 candles, and then a rejection. Right here, rejection. So on all the tests of the upper trend line here have been rejected, right? And so now potentially Ethereum trying to work higher. Will you see a bullish retest? So initially the idea is short the break to the downside if Bitcoin doesn't hold support, right? If Bitcoin doesn't hold support, this would obviously break lower and you would short Ethereum. The most important idea here is even though we're talking about shorting the break to the downside, it's always a given. If you get a bullish retest here and this thing works higher, then you're going to go long, right? And so understand these charts just give you an edge, right? You go to Vegas, if you could count cards, you are going to make more money than someone that can't. And this just gives you an edge. And the idea is you create an edge over time, which will change your life forever. And that's what trading and technical analysis does. right? If you do not take profits, and we're going to talk about this, if you do not take profits, this market will take your money. So CZ comes out and he says Binance is investing heavily in DeFi. Now, DeFi can change the world quickly, right? But I want to see if the US government says, you know, depending on the regulations that come out, does the US want to lose a bunch of control? You control the money supply. It's real easy to control the people. And you can definitely silence people. There's definitely been some ideas in the news where people have been silenced based on control of the money supply, right? And so you have a lot of control. Does the United States give up this control? And so if you look at this idea, and this just talks about how adoption occurs, right? You got research and development first. Startup companies have their first round of venture capital funding. This would be like angel investors in crypto. Then you get your first generation of products, high price, lots of customization is needed. You get early adopters investigating, mass media hype begins. The idea here is not very many of these cryptos are going to see mainstream adoption, right? The initial run up, I don't care if these coins make it or not. You can make more money in the initial hype, FOMO rally than you would holding the coin for 5-10 years. Yes, if you would have held Bitcoin for 10 years, you'd made ridiculous amounts of money. But by and large, most of these altcoins go to zero and disappear. All right. So, I mean, XRP as an example. XRP at a year where it went up 30,000%. In 1 year, XRP went up 300x. You make your money on the initial run up when it's bull market mania. You get these hype FOMO rallies. Understand that this just doesn't continue forever. This is not up only, right? You're going to get these major profit-taking events. Bear markets, this market is very, very cyclical. But if people come into this market and they're like trying to pick these projects and diamond hand them, but you can make so much more money if you're able to sell at high prices and buy. I mean, look at ADA. We've talked about ADA quite a few times. And, you know, I had an ADA short open, made a lot of money on it. Now there's a falling wedge that could break higher. Point is, they made 36% on an ADA short. ADA was $3. Now it's 35 cents. Tell me what's so good about diamond hand and ADA. Can ADA go to $3 again? Of course. But if you could sell it close to $3, even $2, and then pick it up again down here, all of a sudden you've quadrupled or more your ADA backs. That's what you want to do. If you're in this for the long term, you want to make a few trades at least per year. You do not want to ride the market into the dirt. This market is very cyclical. Right now, on a global scale, all markets are suffering. But the question is, Sunday night, Monday morning, can we get a little rally out of Bitcoin? But the most important thing I want to explain to you is that this resistance level right here, we've seen a lot of selling right here where it's like rejection. So this breakout's good, volume kind of low, but I want to see Bitcoin flip. I mean, really 20,000 is a big psychological number, right? You want to see Monday, the stock market opens, and you're going to see a lot of confirmation or not. I mean, what you don't want to get caught in is a bull trap where this works higher and then just dumps, right? So there's a lot of ideas you have to pay attention to in this market, but you can't just hold blindly. That just does not work. Hold forever. I mean, sure, Bitcoin, Ethereum, I mean, technically you could. I mean, technically, yeah, you could hold Ethereum. Ethereum is going to do another, 10x run up potentially, at least. Why not? I mean, if you're buying Ethereum last cycle, bottom at $80, why not take some profits if it's at, 3, 4? I sold at 2,700. I did not sell the top of Ethereum. I sold the top of Litecoin, not sell the top of Ethereum. But look where Ethereum's at now. I really saved myself a ton of heartache if I would have just been holding it, So Ethereum entry ideas are basically what we talked about. Like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.